of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this one.
So for Toronto right now, the star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Scola out there with Johnson. And it's Valanciunas in the center. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Stuckey. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
We've seen them struggle on the half-court offense.
Yeah, they seem to be disorganized to me, guys.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really, all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 5 assists in the game. And George goes to Hill. 11 feet away. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. That's 7 points for Hill.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Stuckey can't get it to go.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was
he's hot.
milestones.
He's on fucking fire.
A big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year.
And DeRozan, here we go. From the arc.
Cannons,
That's
baby.
good from Lowry.
Bring him out.
Assist by Johnson.
Bring him the fuck out.
A 7-point Toronto lead. And George kicks to Hill. Outside for George. The shot is off. And Toronto will go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. And on the topic of Lowry, he became only the 3rd Toronto Raptor ever, Clark, to be voted into the All-Star game.
Yeah, you know, Bosch and Vinsanity, the other 2, Lowry also participated in the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge. Man, he's been outstanding as a point guard.
And a tenacious leader for the Raptors. Yeah. Joseph, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively. And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
Johnson against George. Will it go? Rebounded by Valanciunas. Raptors in by 9. It's DeRozan with the drop. And the call will be against George Hill. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
Nogueira, he's checked in for Toronto. Ross comes in for James Johnson. Shot by Joseph, no good.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Toronto calls timeout.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Houston, Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
talking about Stuckey, he did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clark, he helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. C.J. Miles comes in for Glenn Robinson III. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for George. And it's Ellison for Rodney Stuckey. Terrence Ross, an explosive young player who can really put on a show. Clark, jaw-dropping, highlight reel dunks are his special.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Tremendous athlete, great bounce and elevation and creativity on the slam dunk contest as a rookie.
Inside. There's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Back to Terrence Ross. Sometimes the show he puts on is of the scoring variety. He threw in 51 against the Clippers 2 seasons ago. Great lift and form on his shot.
And Joseph drops them both.
You know, one thing I think about with Terrence Ross is he can be all or nothing. His game moves up and down like a roller coaster or an echocardiogram. I mean, he's up, he's way up, and he's down. Look out below.
Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. That's good. That's 10 points for Hill.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Fires, high post. And again, no good by Toronto. Pacers trailed by 7. Here's Ellis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
That one is no good. Toronto leading by 6. Here's Joseph. Patterson a screen on Hill. Joseph dishes to Patterson. Powell the pass to Nogueira. With 4 seconds on the clock. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He misses the free throw. So it's both teams making substitutions here. You can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Raptors lead by 6. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. C.J. Miles is out there with Turner. Then there's Ellis. Then there's Hill. And it's Lawson in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Lets it fly. And he nails that one right through the net. Toronto leading by 6. Outside Lowry. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. And the foul on Miles Turner. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Good way.
Lowry against Lawson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lowry. Can't hit. Lawson with the defensive effort there. Pacers trail by 6. And Miles kicks to Hill. They get it back. Turner. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
And the dunk by Scola.
And very
love it when you call me Big Pop.
By the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Lawson again, Lowry.
Got it.
That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
He's an all-star.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Turner with this screen on Lowry. And Lawson, here we go. That's good.
Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Rosen dishes to Scola. The Raptors need to get a shot up. A shot by Lowry, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of
now,
D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Mind game now.
Toronto calls timeout.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Paul George, he's checked in for Monte Ellis.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for
missed one.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
George against Lowry. Looking to get back on track here. Here it is.
Like a George specialist.
9 points here for George.
That's a huge basket. Just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that mid-range jump shot. Really good basket.
Hey, George, I'm right behind you.
The offensive rebound. Valanciunas passes to Ross. And DeRozan. Here we go. In the corner, it's Patterson. Here's Valanciunas. They shoot again.
Yeah, baby.
And yes, it is. And so they will avoid the basket there.
All those fucking Pistons in the boys, huh?
Get there too late, and that's
My
a
night
big
tonight,
risk.
boys. Everyone gets tonight.
Lawson outside. Here's George. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 3 rebounds so
Everyone
far
gets
tonight.
tonight.
Lowry gets to Ross.
Oh,
Target with the open look.
fucking kidding me.
This coming out. He's usually been money to net range.
Offensive rebound Pacers. And here's Miles outside. The shot is off. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here. Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
And the Pacers call time here. They trailed by 5. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ellis is checked in for Indiana. Hill comes in for Ty Lawson. And Toronto also making a switch. Biombo is checked in for Valanciunas. 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. George dishes to Turner. The kick out to Hill. Launches a three. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And they go to the intentional foul. Valanciunas is checked in for Toronto. And so they choose to intentionally foul. It's the first that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident that he's able to go up and knock those down.
Ross with the steal. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh,
and
fuck.
it's DeRozan missing.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
And he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're down by 7. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
Yep. You summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
5 seconds left in the game. From deep, George. But they'll get another chance. And so it's Toronto winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they...
Do the two losers want to play a little game or what? Do the two losers want to play against each other real quick? I haven't even heard from Eric the whole second half.
I've been on mute.
Eric, you gonna play one more time?
You want to run it back one more time? Yeah, we can do that.
If I can, you can play Will, but you got to broadcast it.
All right.
What do I go to go to broadcast it?
For you to broadcast it?
No, you're gonna broadcast it. What do I do to go see it?
Just click on my screen name or.
Oh.